the capstan motor is not working. Why this one is disconnected? Hello and welcome on my channel. The Denon DR-M25HX. Unfortunately, there is some massive issue. Somebody was trying to repair this deck. The transport is disconnected from the logic PCB and there is no movement on capstan motor. So let's find out if we can fix it. The peak of the cassette tapes for Denon was 80s, like everyone else. So stay tuned and watch the full episode of the restoration. Can we do it? Let's find out. We have to understand what's going on. After I press play, there is a problem with the motor, massive one. I don't want to damage the motor. Let's remove the screws. There is missing screw, am I right? So let's remove the front panel, and someone tied the cable unnecessary. It is in very good condition, I might say. There is a small scratches in 3 different places. No issue, we can restore that, but that's for later. I'm guessing that I have to remove these screws to get access to the transport. Let's remove the screws, and on each side is a metal. If we do that, then we know exactly where the screw goes and you can't lose them. I'm keep wondering, good people, why someone removed all the connectors. Hold on, look at that. Why is this disconnected? And why people disconnect this? Oh, this deck is a mystery. As you know, we removed the top bracket which support the transport. Now at the bottom there is 2 screws. There is a clip on top which I have to lift it. And let's remove as well the cable ties. Okay. We need to be sure that we have full access. The heads are connected here. This connector, we don't need to disconnect it because it's connected to the display. Now, can I remove the transport? I don't want to damage anything. Let me disconnect the power button. It's just sliding in. That's aside. And now, okay. I noticed one thing. We can remove the eject button. Just need to lift it up, slide it on the side and remove it this way. So we have that aside. 25th of March 1987. I'm wondering why the cable is out from the motor, so there is no supply. Is the motor burned? Let me prepare soldering machine, solder back, put the transport temporarily in. I'm ready with my solder, and let me find out if we can solder back. Yeah, we did. Oh look, a Denon function motor. I cannot open the loading tape door. If we look at here, the belts exist. Let's reinstall the transport temporarily and see if it works. Be careful the cables. Okay. This connector, as you remember, is with the front panel. Let's connect the voltmeter. Are we ready to see if it works? Yeah, I can open now. Let's insert some tape. Oh, it seems okay. We have stable 17 volts. That's good. Let's not get excited. I'm pretty sure we're gonna rebuild the transport. There is no doubt about it, but we have to do it wisely. We have to remove these 3 screws. We can remove the motor. and we take it from there. But finally I can open the loading tray. Let's remove the 3 screws, and this one is with earth cable. Let me put this back, that's different. Screw. Let's do it all the same. Oh, there is one more. 4 screws, guys, my bad. This belt looks tired. Actually, it looks very tired. We have oil stoppers. We don't want to lose them. And both oil stoppers we have it. And we have another oil stopper on this side. And we have exactly the same on the other side. So that's been removed. Have a look at how clean is the wheels and the motor. Why the noise? So I'm gonna add a little bit of oil, just tiny bit, for the bearings on the motor. Move it little bit up and down, twist it again and again. So let the bearings inside absorb the oil, and we're going to connect to external 12 volts laboratory power supply. Working motor now on 3 volts. It is very quiet. Yeah, and we have movement on clockwise. I'm going to leave the motor running. We got set of new belts ready. And if you want to know how I managed to clean these wheels, leave a comment. The next step, I have been running the test for about half an hour, to be honest with you. Have a look at the heads and pinch rollers. Let's remove the back plate. There is no rush. When you're restoring any deck or any equipment vintage, be careful, be very cautious, because if you lose the parts, it is almost impossible to get new one. And now slide it, lift it up. Okay, not bad. We give a good cleaning, but now we have the view, and there is a spring on one side, on the back plate on one side. I'm using a isopropyl alcohol. I have very limited access to the heads, but it is clean, they look clean. And I'm trying to take care of the pinch rollers. No, not so clean. Do not use alcohol, they like to crack and they drying up the rubber. If you want to use something for the rubber, use rubber renewal for cleaning. It took me some time to clean, and the pinch rollers, I cleaned them out. Let's see what the measurement shows us. But right now we're going to put back the plate, but first, as you remember, the spring. Let me insert the spring first. Okay, now single screw. Yeah, the cable's all right. That's done. So the heads are freely moved. The next step, I'm using the wristwatch oil, fully synthetic. It works like a charm for me. We need to insert first the oil stoppers on both capstan. I'm adding a little bit of oil on them, the bottom as well, so the bearings are fully lubricated, both sides. Of course, I'm going to clean. Before I do that, I want to make sure we have a smooth movement a few times, so the oil is on both bearings. That works. Now, when you work with the oil, please remember that sometimes the oil stays on your hands, so clean them after that, so there is no oil residue on top. But another very important thing, there is a micro switches over here, and we want to make sure they're working. A little bit of the oxide on each of them, and we give it 20-30 movement. So if there is any problem with the contact and we don't want any surprises. So that's done. Another thing which I want to show you. You see the plastics bearings, they push over here. There is no oil whatsoever, nothing, zero. We will add some super lube on it, so as well there is more smoothness and no resistance on it. Now let's place the belts. The first belt was installed. Now I add some grease on top of the flywheel. Now is the challenging part, because I need to place this, so the motor needs to go, and I'm a bit struggling. It wasn't so bad. Let's see if the belt is sitting correctly. Is it? Yes, it is. It looks amazing. Now we secure that. That's the another one. Needs to be in central. That's the second screw. Before we tighten anything, I want to make sure everything is sitting correctly. And of course, this one, it seems like with earthing cable. Yeah. Let's tie this up. That's done. Is the motor sitting correctly? Let's find out. Yeah, it does. It looks good. It looks really, really good. Now, we need to open that. Clean the capstan from the oil, which will go into the pinch rollers. Let me move a little bit the wheels and remove any grease, so that we don't have any grease on pinch rollers, so we don't damage any tapes. Test tape especially. That's done. I think the part of the transport is rebuilt. We're gonna place it back. Now the deck is clean. Let's place it back, the transport. Being very gentle, we need to place back the transport. Checking, that's good. As you remember, we need to put this back. We secure this and this side. This has been secure. Now that's done. Oh, I think I made a mistake. Yeah, I did make a mistake. This screw, the short screw, is not going there. The short screw is going on the transport. It has to go here, that's for sure. This is going to hold this. The long screw, as I remember correctly. Yeah, that holds there. And this one I think is out. 4, 2, 3. That's correct. This is the 3. Fourth one was missing, so it seems like it's supposed to be the other way. Let's place back the power switch. Yeah, that's fine. Power on. Playback. Great. Reset. And memory off. Oh, off. Power on. Yeah. Rewind we have. Forward we have, and we have much quieter system. Playback we have, that's good. Let's focus on assembling first. You guys remember the scratches on the glass? There is one very deep one which I cannot remove, but the rest are gone and it's barely visible. Barely visible. We place it back the knobs. Let's plug in headphones for now. Power on. On working. Dolby yes, BC, okay, that's fine, that's working. Monitor tape working. Let's play. Okay, we got some music. I'm ready. Let's demagnetize the head. Gently and slowly remove. That part is done. The first step, we're going to check the torque meter. Let's insert the torque meter tape. playback, and we have 50 grams. On the service manual is saying between 40 to 50 grams, so we are within the spec. Let's insert 3 kilohertz, fine, playback, and we got 3 kilohertz, a little bit above after we change the meter. Let's adjust to 3 kilohertz. Is at the back of the motor. Let me show you. And now what we have a perfect reading, and that's our wow and flutter. The next step is 400 Hertz, and we need to find the level. According to the service manual, we need on Texio audio analyzer 775 millivolt on AC voltmeter, and we have 650 and 620. So we need to adjust RT 101 left channel and RT 201 the right channel. So that's this step, and we're going to do that. They both here, and look at the Texio, and let me adjust to 775. 775, that's perfect. A little bit more, just slightly more, and let's do the left channel. 7740, and the right channel a little bit down. To adjust the VU meter, we need to adjust the 401 and 402, which they are placed here. The VU meter is on 0. Have a look. If I move the one of the potentiometers, it goes up, and then it goes down, so anti-clockwise, and that's what we need. Now we have a perfect 0 on the VU meter. The most important test of all and adjustment is for the record. We have a blank tape 0. Now we're gonna generate 400 Hertz and 775 millivolts. We are adjusting to 775 on the audio analyzer. Also view from the oscilloscope, 400 Hertz from the generator, 775, record, pause, and play. You see the lights are displayed. Now tape, and we are way above, so we need to adjust. 775, yeah, 78, that's fine. Let me play it, yeah, 78, and 78, 78. When we adjusting, and I show you something, they need to be equal on both channel. And look at that. That's a perfect sinusoid and a measurement. The most rewarding moment of the video, a record playback. Stay tuned, good people. Thank you for watching this episode. Our Denon is finished. DR-M25 in Europe, well known as a DR-M30. Stay tuned, good people. Enjoy the music. That's the tape. That's our source. Beautiful 3-head decks, HX Pro, fully restored. Stay tuned and wait for another episode.